Hey there folks, and welcome back to War Games News Radio for another WGNR channel update. It is the start of a brand new year, so I wanted to take some time and go over and recap some of the things we did in 2021 and take a look forward to all of the exciting new content we have coming for you folks in 2022. First of all, a huge pat on the back and thank you to you, the viewers, for watching, sharing, liking, commenting on all of our videos and live streams over the past year. When I started this project during the pandemic lockdown, I just wanted to bring a little bit of hobby love to folks and give people a virtual space to talk about some of the games that we know and love. So I hope I've been able to do some of that, and thank you so much for getting on board thus far. And thanks to you folks, we now have more than 1,200 subscribers on YouTube and nearly 200 active members on our Discord channel in the last year alone. So a huge thank you to you folks for getting involved with this community. It's such a pleasure to do this for you folks week after week. All of your support also means we were able to launch a Patreon channel here over the last few months, and those folks who have gotten on board and donated to the channel have really helped things grow immensely here at WGNR. So a huge thank you to those patrons as well, and a huge thank you to everyone for getting on board and watching these videos. With that out of the way, let's take a look at what we've got coming up in 2022, and first up are battle reports. You folks really seem to be enjoying the bat reps that we're running here on WGNR, so we've got lots more of that coming for you folks in the new year. As of the filming of this video, the New Vegas Fallout Wasteland Warfare narrative campaign is only 2 episodes away from completion, and we're aiming to have the finale of that series wrapped up and for you folks by the end of February. And with the Wasteland Warfare Commonwealth wave slated for release in April 2022, you can expect to see a new narrative campaign featuring all of those new units and factions coming sometime in the middle of 2022. Now, if you missed Modiphius's live stream reveal of all the new units and factions coming to the Commonwealth wave next year, then why don't you go ahead and check out my Commonwealth reveal recap popping up here, which will give you the lowdown on all of the new stuff that you can expect to see when that new wave drops in April. But before we get going to the Commonwealth, we're going to have the second season of the Fallout Wasteland Warfare Battle Report Breakdown series coming for you folks as well. Now, this series is a quicker and dirtier style of battle report than the narrative ones that you might have seen on this channel, but if you saw the first season, you know how it works. It gives me a chance to pit some different factions and units against each other in smaller skirmish or battle mode type games. Now for Season 2 of Battle Report Breakdowns, I'm going to need even more help from you folks at home. Not only will you be able to help me choose a battle MVP in each video, but keep an eye on our Instagram and Discord threads, as I will be sending out polls where you folks at home will be able to vote on which units and factions go head to head in this series. These battles are a ton of fun, and I can't wait to get filming on Season 2. Fallout Wasteland Warfare is our main squeeze here at WGNR, but we were able to bring some new content to the channel this last year, and we're going to keep that thread rolling just a little bit with some new games and some new systems. First off, our Skyrim Sundays Elder Scrolls Call to Arms series will be returning in February, with new episodes coming out on the first Sunday of every month. This little homebrewed campaign has been a ton of fun, and I'm really enjoying getting to know the rule system in Call to Arms, and hopefully this series has been a good introduction for some of you new players there at home as well. So if you want to check out the first 2 episodes in this series, you can check out the playlist popping up here, and as mentioned, we'll be back with new episodes of Skyrim Sundays starting in February. Last up for battle reports, expect to see Marvel Crisis Protocol make its debut here on WGNR a little bit later this year. I just picked up a copy of this game, and I'm a huge Marvel Comics fan, so I'm really excited to dig into this miniatures game. I know a lot of you Wasteland Warfare devotees out there have been experimenting with this game system as well, so I'm very excited to get some battle reports and probably some faction review and gameplay videos coming to the channel in the mid to late part of 2022. Moving on to the live stream department, our Fallout 2D20 A Fistful of Neutrons series has been a ton of fun, and I think it's been a resounding success, so we're going to keep that show rolling well into 2022. We will be shifting to a new day, so we're going from Thursdays now to Fridays. So you can look for this show coming every other Friday, starting on January 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We're approaching the end of the first main campaign arc in A Fistful of Neutrons, and when we go into Season 2, I'm going to be stepping back as Overseer, and Justin, who plays Yuri in Season 1, will be taking over as our GM. So I'm really excited to get back to playing, and it's going to be a ton of fun. Justin has some really cool ideas for where he's going to take this show in Season 2. We also have our sights set on turning the 2D20 live stream into a podcast. That way, you folks who like to listen to your shows in your earbuds rather than watching them on your screen will have the option of taking A Fistful of Neutrons with you anywhere you go on whatever you listen to listen to your podcasts. It's a bit of a lofty goal, and it's going to take us a while to get that project up and running, so stay tuned as we'll have more info for you coming on the podcast side of things later in 2022. A Fistful of Neutrons is live at 7 p.m. every other Friday here on WGNR, but if you want to get caught up on all of the action in our last 10 episodes and our 2 holiday specials, then check out the playlist popping up here. Last up on the news front, the Better Know a Faction series for Fallout Wasteland Warfare will be returning with some new reviews as well as some updates to some older videos we made way back when. Now, this series is what got this channel started, so I'm really excited to go back to the drawing board and redo some of those older videos, which pale in comparison to what we've been pumping out these days. And we're going to start things off with a redo and recap of the survivors lists for Fallout Wasteland Warfare, as well as the super mutants. And of course, when that Commonwealth wave finally drops in April, you can expect to see all kinds of news and reviews for all of those factions coming out as well. We might even dabble a little bit with Better Know a Faction videos from some of the other games we're covering here on WGNR now, including Elder Scrolls: A Call to Arms and maybe some Crisis Protocol stuff down the line as well. But of course, we're going to be staying focused on Fallout Wasteland Warfare because that's what got us started, and that's what you folks really seem to love here. Well, that's it for new content, folks, but on a personal note, some of you might know that in my 9-to-5, I work as a news reporter, and if any of you have been plugged into what's been going on in the world over the last few years, you know that it hasn't been so great out there, but this project for me has been a little sliver of light in the darkness, and hopefully it's been a little bit of that for you folks at home as well. If I've been able to bring even a little bit of tabletop love and joy into your lives over the last year and a bit, then I think I've done my job, and maybe one day I'll be able to leave this rat race behind and make content for you folks 24/7, but until then, thank you folks so much for all of your support and for helping this community grow the way that it has over the last year. An extra special thank you to all of our Patreon backers and supporters. Without you folks, I wouldn't be able to make half as much of the content that I've been able to make over the last year. So thank you so much, and thank you to all of you for watching and for getting behind this project the way that you have. It's all for you, and hopefully we can keep things rolling the way that they have been into the next year and into year 2 of content on WGNR. Thank you all so much for watching and for all of your support as this channel continues to grow. It wouldn't be possible without all of the efforts of you folks there at home. We've got lots more coming for you in 2022, so stay tuned. WGNR will be back.